5th or 6th hour.
What do you have 4th hour?
Yes. We're all behind.
Spanish. I can come in here and take it then.
Because they're taking a test in 4th hour.
Okay.
And so if you want to do it then,
I can.
I mean, it won't take you probably, like maybe like 20 minutes or something.
I'm gonna have to take the quiz today at whatever.
4th hour. I can't stay all day. I could do it today, 4th hour. If y'all want to take your quiz 4th hour today. Or tomorrow, 4th hour.
Enough, yes,
If I'm still here tomorrow at 4th hour, I'm gonna have to take.
Something 4th hour. That's fine. I'm probably not staying after 4th hour either day. Next week, y'all, I'll be here, except for Monday for beta week. But I'll be here all day, every day. And then let me get through this, and then I need to go through beta week with y'all too. I need to explain. Okay. Number 1, it says you have a model car. It's 10 feet long, and the model is 7 inches. This is the only problem on the test, if this one's on the test, that it wants you just to change your conversions. And it's instead of feet, it wants what? Inches. So you just multiply that by 12. What is 10 times 12? 120. And then the other one is already in inches. That's all it wants. It wants you to say the actual car is 120 inches. The model car is 7. That is your ratio. 120 to 7.
So you multiply.
You just change feet to inches.
Is that right?
So you multiply 12 times
I don't
10.
know. I can get it out and see. But yeah, you just multiply by 12 and see. That is probably not it. Let's see. Is this? I'm honestly. I don't know yet, honestly, to be able to go over it. I don't know that I have one made. Number 2. So for now, we're going to say yes. I'll tell you which ones I definitely won't put on there, okay? Number 2, you have, this one's on the quiz and the test. You have red bricks and gray bricks. And look, I'm just going to zoom out because y'all have that paper in front of you. So it says a 5-to-2 ratio, red to gray. So this stands for my red bricks. This stands for my gray bricks. I don't know how many bricks there are, so I call it X. 5X and 2X. And how many bricks are there? 224. But yeah, when you add the 5X and the 2X, that represents 7X. Then you divide by 7. And what do we get for X? I don't know what that is.
32.
Okay, that's not your answer. Okay, that's what we're representing for our bricks. So we have 5X was our red bricks. So 5 times 32,
It's 160.
that's our red bricks is 160. Our gray bricks is 2 times 32.
64.
Which one is it asking for?
Red.
Which ones you said gray? Or red. So it's 160. It's B. Does that make sense, y'all? You have to go back and plug it in. There's several of these, probably. So it's the same thing. Like the next one, what's our ratio we're going to use? 1 to 5. So I'm going to put 1x and 5x. And what do complementary angles add to? So you get 6x equals 90. Divide by 6. And x is, what is that, 15? Yeah. But that's not my answer. I go back and I plug it in to each of those. What's 1 times 15?
15.
And then what's 5 times 15?
75.
And let's see what it asked. What are the two angles? Oh, it wanted both of them this time. 15 and 75 are the two angles. Okay. The next one is the same thing. We're going to use their ratio. They have 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to put 2x, 3x, and 4x. And what does that add to?
9x.
Well, okay, so that's 9x. But it says it's the measures of a triangle.
180.
They add to 180. So it's 180, then what do you do? Divide by 9. So x is 20. Now, it wants the smallest angle. Which one of those is the smallest? 2. So 2 times 20 is 40. Okay? So there was 3 of those problems very similar. Do y'all understand that concept? Maybe, kind of. Okay. Number 5. 4 over 9 equals m over 54. What do you do on that? Cross multiply. So you get 9m equals, what is 4 times 54?
216.
Then what do you do?
Divide by 9.
And m is 24. That's all they wanted. Okay, so for those of you that are making up your quiz, that's your first 5 problems, just like that. Okay?
Really?
I think like numbers 1 through 7 are on the quiz. I mean, I might change the numbers, but I'm pretty sure 1 through 7 are on there. Okay, number 6, we have 3y minus 8 over 12 equals y over 5. What do I do on this one? Cross multiply. So I'll do this side, it's easy. 12y. And then what do I do with that 5?
Multiply by everything.
Everything. So we get 15 and minus 40. So I'll move my 15y. Do y'all know where 40 came from? 5 times 3y and 5 times negative 8. 5 had to be multiplied to all of it. Okay? So if I subtract 15y, what's that?
Negative 3.
Negative 3y equals negative 40. Then what do I do? Divide by negative 3. And a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So it's D. All right, there's number 6. Everybody good so far? Maybe, kinda, yeah. Okay, let's see. Number 7. This one was a weird one. They just say, okay, what if I switch it and I put a over 5? What did I move? The b and the 5. So what goes on the other side? B, and then you just put your 19. That's all it is. It's kind of weird. I mean, but it's just like a common sense. Don't make it difficult. 8 is just like it. 8, they have this. And they say, okay, let's take away the plus 3. So if I do that, what am I going to do on the other side? Take away the plus 2. There you go. It was a rule that we learned. I don't know if that one's on there or not. Okay, page 1 done. How many pages do we have? 7? Okay, page 2, number 9. It says, okay, which 2 rectangles are similar? Actually, I might just put this one under here. So, first of all, let's match them up and see. Do 12 and 8 go together? No. 12 is the long side, 8 is not. So it's not that one. Okay, if I go from 12 to 4, on the other one, what must I go? In the same direction. 24 to 8. Does that one match up okay? It does. That is a proportion that is okay to use. All right? Like this one doesn't work because if I go 12 to 4, long side to short, what do I have to do over here? 24 to 8. That one doesn't work. It didn't go in the same way. Okay? So your answer is B. Does that make sense? It does? Okay. All right. Number 10. So I'm going to start with the smaller triangle. Okay? And it wants to know if they're similar. So you're going to say yes, no, a similarity statement, and the scale factor. So they have an angle, and then they have these two sides. I need to see if the proportions are the same. So if I have 10 over 12, I'll do from here to here. 10 to 12, and what's the other one?
15 to 18.
15 to 18. If I reduce those, is that the same number?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, I would divide those by 2. If I divide those by 3, it works. So, and that's my, what does it ask for? My scale factor, thank you. That's my scale factor right there, 5 to 6. All right, now the similarity statement, you're going to say triangle, we'll go with RST, is similar to triangle, go in the same order, UVW. Does that make sense, y'all? So that's it on that one. You just said, yeah, you write the similarity statement if they are, and then the scale factor.
Wait, so how many's on the quiz? 15 questions?
On your quiz, there's 15. On the test, it's probably 25 or something. I'm not sure. We'll just see. Because so far, these don't take like a long time to work out. But if we get to some that take a long time, then I'd put less. Okay, there's one like this on there, Carden, that we just did.
Yeah.
I do know that one.
No, 15.
And number 11 is on there, one like that.
So is 9 on there?
Oh, yeah.
I don't,
They're all, from 1 to 11 is all on this. And then they don't have 12.
Or
The
so 9
13's
is
on
on
here.
here.
I don't know
13's
if,
on here, 14's not on here, 15 is on
okay,
here.
but I don't see 9 on the quiz. No.
You did put that on there?
9 on the quiz, like which one, the old one?
This, oh, okay, no, this number 9, this one. There was not one like that.
It's right here.
She's
Number
talking,
13's
that's
on
on
there.
I'm looking at the quiz, not the quiz review.
Oh.
I'm like, I gave y'all a review, but I didn't put all of them on there. But look, on my study guide, y'all, there's a problem that looks like this on the quiz.
Yeah.
Like this and this are on the quiz. Well, not right now, but maybe later. But those are on the quiz review. Okay?
So simple.
Yeah, so, yeah, those are, huh? Yeah, and there's a video. Okay, let me keep going so that we can finish. All right, number 11, it says the same thing. Let's see if these are similar. So first of all, though, this one's turned sideways, right? So I would need to kind of like imagine it flipped. So 3.12 goes with 10.
You skipped 11.
That's not this. Oh, is this 12? Oh, okay. I did not realize. I was thinking I'm all on the same problem. Let me just finish this one since I've already started it, and then I will go back to 11. Sorry, y'all. I'm on 12. So the 3.12 with the 10, and I'm just going to divide that. There we go. What's the other numbers that go together? 1.2 goes with what? Goes with 5. Do I get the same thing on that one? No. So is that one going to be similar? No. 12 was not similar. because if I set them up, they're not the same. Okay? They're not the same ratio. All right. This one, I'm sorry, I did not mean to skip it. So I may have been wrong on the quiz.
If that's on there. I don't know about like the actual quiz.
The actual quiz is the number 10 that we did and
I'm getting confused.
number 12.
Yeah, just after, can you tell me what numbers to study on this packet?
Oh, on that. Well, I think it's on I videoed all that. If you want to look on the quiz review, because I went over the whole quiz review and what ones are on there. Okay, number 11. We have triangle QRS and UVT. So if you need to draw a picture. QRS. And it says QR is 4. That's 15. This is 36 degrees. Now let me draw UVT in the same order. VT is 8. TU is 32. And angle T is 36. So they're kind of flipped. Looks like they're flipped a little bit. So I'm trying to see. 8 would go with 4, and then 32 with 15. If I set those up, are they going to be proportionate? No, they're not. So the triangles are not similar. Wait, how? Because I just put the 8 with the 4. Basically, I just kind of flip this around. But 8 over 4, they go together, and 32 over 15. 8 over 4 is 2. Is 32 divided by 15 also 2? No, that's why not. It had to be equal. You had to get the same number if you divided them, okay? So if you don't, then they're not similar. That's why number 12 didn't work either. If I divided 3.12 by 10 and 1.2 divided by 5, they didn't give me the same number. All right? Let's keep going. Number 13. This one's on your quiz. I don't know about test. Okay. It says find X. It doesn't even want Y. So let's ignore the whole Y thing. So I would put X minus 1 with the 6. Right? Aren't those on the same spot? So I would do X minus 1 over 6. What's something else you would put together?
16.
Okay, yeah. 16 over 12. Guess what else you could have picked?
32.
Yeah, 32 over 24, any of that. So we cross multiply. What is 6 times 16? 96. And then 12 is going to multiply by both of those things. So 12x minus 12. Then how do I solve for x?
Add 12.
I would add 12. What is 96 plus 12? 108 equals 12x, then what? Divide by 12. And what did y'all get for x? 9. X is
So if you were working out with 32 and 24, it would
you
be
get the same answer. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anybody still writing that? Yeah.
Is 14 on the quiz?
Don't think it is. No.
Okay.
All right, here we go. But it could be on, I'm still going over it because I'm going to focus on the test. I want to just make sure. All right, number 14. You always set this one up the same way. The 5x over 5 equals 4 over x, okay? So I'm going to do the 5x with the 5. And in the same order, 4 over x. And if I cross multiply, this one's a little weird.
6x.
Well, it's 5 and then x squared.
Oh.
It's weird. X times x is x squared. Y'all did learn that last year. And what's 5 times 4? How do you solve for x? You would divide by 5. So x squared equals 4. Now how do you get rid of a square? What's the opposite? Square root. Okay, you would just square root it. What is the square root of 4? 2.
Oh no.
Okay. There's 14. Anybody still writing? Maybe. I think I see somebody still writing. Okay. Let me move it up. So number 15, it says you've got this scale diagram. They don't want you to change anything. They just tell you 1 centimeter is 10 feet. It represents 10 feet. Then they tell you centimeters. Where do the centimeters go? If I did 1 centimeter up top, I put centimeters right here. I'm going to find out how many feet that is. Okay? So, I cross multiply, and I get x equals 31. Is it 31 centimeters or 31 feet? Feet. If I did the feet down here, then it's feet. Okay? Can I erase that? So that one is B. Make sure you're you're changing it. If there's centimeters right here, you're looking for how many actual feet it is. Okay. This one, we just need to know what all the angles are to know if they're similar. So how do I find out the missing angle in the triangle on the left?
Add up, subtract from 180.
Yeah, so 180 minus those two numbers. Let's see, 180 minus, and we get 65. Okay, if I get 65, does that match 66? So are they similar? No, that's all you're doing, comparing. But we did not get the same angles. So it's no. Right. Number 17. Are these two triangles similar? So I know one angle. Do I know anything else? I know this angle on both sides. Those are vertical angles, aren't they? So yes, they are similar because of which reason? I know two angles. That's C. Angle, angle. Okay, so that one is yes by angle, angle. Because remember, if you know two angles, then you know the third. All right, number 18. This one, are these, that was all I needed on that one. This one says, are they similar? If so, sorry. Write a similarity statement. And how do you know they're similar? So we know a side. We know an angle. Do we know anything else? What does reflexive property tell us? They're actually not similar, but they are similar. They're actually the same. I know side, angle, side. So yes, they are similar. And then if you name the triangles, we could say triangle ABD is similar to triangle CBD. similarity statement, and that's how we know. Side angle to side. Everybody go with that? What, are you bored? Yeah, Ben says yes. Ashton's sleeping good. Why are y'all laughing? It's so quiet in here.
No, I saw it.
And who are we missing?
Emma.
Haley, Emma.
Has Emma been here any this week?
They're gone. She's out of town.
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie's been absent.
Today and yesterday, I saw it.
Yeah, I wonder if she's sick.
No, it's just.
Okay, the next one, are these similar? So the angle is the same. Now let's make sure that my ratios are. What is 8 over 16? Is that 1/2? What is 32 over 64?
1.5.
So yeah, they're similar. And what do we, and that's by side, angle, side. So you can already tell what your answer is. It's what? B.
Period.
Okay. Number 20. Let me see on this one. Oh. Do y'all know what this one's going to be?
Anyway,
How'd you know?
uh.
Okay. On this one,
Little thingy thing.
if these are parallel, these angles are the same. And what else?
Those angles are the same.
Those angles are the same. So if you already know two angles, then you know, and you actually even know this angle up here. So yeah, but it's angle.
Crazy and smart.
Look at that.
Okay, so 21 we're not doing, correct?
I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I don't know why it's scratched off.
You
Scratch,
scratch it
just keep
off.
it scratched off.
That's the tree one.
It's the easiest one.
I know.
Put it on
I know. That's why I'm like, why are we wanting that one scratched
there.
off?
You use that.
I have no idea why it's scratched off. It's probably not even supposed to be in this lesson. But okay, if the building is 160 and the tree, it's showing that these are the same length and these are the same length. What are we going to know about this tree?
That is.
It's half. That's something we learned way back,
You really
actually.
just divide it.
It's like a mid-segment thing. Yeah, you just divide it by 2. So it's 80.
What do you divide by? So you add it all up and divide by 2?
No, you just it's just half of the building on that one. That's all it is on that one. Okay, 22 and 23, you have to remember how to find this. The way to do it, you multiply those two numbers, take the square root of it. Okay? So what is 4 times 7?
28.
And you would take the square root. But look,
So would it be 4?
so it's the square root of 28, but that's not really simplified. Does anybody know how to simplify that?
Yeah, 5.3.
No, that's. Well, look. 4 times 7. What's the square root of 4?
2.
2. And leave your square root of 7. That's actually simplified.
Can we put
Uh,
5.3? Because that's what it says the answer, like the square root of 28 is.
On your calculator? But I wonder what the study guide says. I bet it says 2 square root of 7.
Second.
It'll probably be more like 23 on there.
That's our answer.
What is, yeah, this is your answer on this one. On this one, what's 242 times 8?
1936.
What's the square root of that?
1.
There you go.
So, like, would you take that as an answer?
What?
5.3.
I don't know if that was gonna be on there. I mean, probably, yeah, but of next year, y'all have to simplify square roots.
What's up with? No.
Next year, you can't write square root of 28 and you can't write a decimal. You have to know it's 2 square root of 7, which we'll go over it again. Like, we'll relearn it. Your calculator can't do that for you. Huh? Yeah. It depends on what kind
it
of
is
it.
5.3.
Well, it's approximately 5.3. It's exactly 2 square root of 7.
How do you simplify that?
Well, if you know that a perfect square goes into that, like 4 times 7, what is the square root of 4?
2.
So it's 2
What's perfect square?
square root of 7. 4, 9, 16, 5 times 5, 25, 6 times 6, 36.
Oh, okay.
Those are perfect squares. Okay, now the yucky one.
So like 4. Well, anything can be times by itself.
Yes, but like, if I had the square root of 32, what's a perfect
Oh, so
square
it would-
that goes into 32? 16 times 2. 16 would be your perfect square in that one. You have to find a perfect square that goes into it.
Okay.
We'll spend like a whole couple of days on that.
I've never
Next
understood that.
Okay, number 24. Y'all, we're getting there. And didn't I take like 2 of these off?
You took 21, 24, and no, you took a bunch off.
I didn't take 24 off.
26, and 28.
I just told y'all to wait on 24. I didn't take it off. Okay, I gotta remember this myself. On this one, I said, I think I need to find, I may need my little formula sheet, actually. Give me a second. Let me look it up. Oh, there it is. All right. Let me see what I'm looking for. All right, I'm going to use this little altitude one first. Okay, so I've got, this is why notes are great, y'all. If you take notes. Let me get my paper out. All right, here we are. So I have this is 24. Triangle. And I need to find A and B. A is the first thing I'm going to find. Okay, and y'all probably don't remember, but we had a little formula. And it said you could use the altitude. Y'all, what is the altitude in this case?
The line in the middle.
Which is what? 6. You can take the altitude, all right, and what we'll do, which you said is 6. We're going to use our small side and our long side, okay? Which, in this case, which one do you think is the, well, we've got 8 and we've got A. I think A might be our small side, but it doesn't matter. But does everybody agree that we've got our altitude is 6 and we've got 8 and A are these sides, okay? So I'm going to use this formula, and it says you take your side, I'll do it this way, side over the altitude, you can't see it, hold on, equals altitude over the other side. So one of our sides is 8, and one of them is A. So I'll do 8, and I'll do A. And what did you say the altitude is? 6. So how do I solve for A? Cross multiply. So I get 8A equals, what's 6 times 6?
36.
Then what?
Divide by 8.
Divide by 8. And what do we get for A? I think we can.
4.5.
What'd you get?
4.5.
4.5. Yeah, we'll leave it as a decimal. 4.5. There we go. Everybody good with that one?
Yeah, that was kind of easy.
All right. It's and y'all, what I would do if it's on there, I don't even know if it's on there. I would put the little formula up there for
What
you.
about B?
Okay, yeah, now we're going to find B. That's a separate formula. Okay, this one, we now have that entire length, okay? So our little formula for that, B is what I'm going to call the leg. Okay, if you're looking for the leg, you take, let me see the best way to do it. Let's do the length of the whole side. I'll write our little formula. You'll do the whole side, which we'll decide what that is in a second. Then you put the leg, and then the leg we don't know still, and then the part beside the leg that I put on here, number beside leg. That's what y'all told me to write. So what is the length of the whole thing now? What is 8
12.5.
and 4.5? 12.5. I don't know that leg. It's called B. And what is the length
Wait,
of
where'd you get 12.5 from?
the whole thing? What is 8 and 4.5? Okay. Now, what is the length beside B? What I'm looking for. What was that length? Right there. A, which 4.5.
Does it say beside leg?
Yeah, number beside the leg, which is this one right here. So then what do? Cross multiply. So on this one, we get B squared equals 56.25. How do you solve for B? Very good. You square root that number. I will put the square root of that in my calculator, and I get 7.5.
That's me right now.
I don't know that one's on there. I'm not sure. I might have time at the end. I don't know. We're kind of running. We got like 8 minutes to see if I can tell you which ones are on there. This one, let's see, 25. It says find the length of the altitude. So y'all, I'm going to use this little altitude thing again. Let me zoom out some. I'll write the formula one more time. It was the side, over the altitude equals the altitude over the other little side. So what are my side, can't see it. What are my side lengths on number 25? What are my lengths? 5 and 16, right? So I'm just going to do 5 over A equals A over 16.
Wait.
I might put this one on there, y'all. The base. Okay, you know what the easiest way to do on this one? It's the geometric mean. All you're gonna do is multiply those two numbers and square root it on number 25. The altitude. I just called the altitude A. We're trying to find the length of the altitude. So it's just the geometric mean. You multiply. What is 5 times 16? And then square root. So square root of 80. Notice they don't give you the square root of 80. They figure out what it is. How could you use your calculator to figure out what it is? How could you figure out which one of those is equal to the square root of 80? Well, is that going to be equal to the square root of 80? Is that equal to the square root of 80? No, I don't think that is either. But let me try this. I would put in my calculator, what is the square root of 80? And this is what Gracie would do. It's 8.9, right?
29.
Okay, now what is 4 square root of 5? It is also the same thing. So which one of those is equal to the square root of 80? 4 square root of 5.
Where'd you get that from?
What?
Right there. A.
The 4. Oh, you're doing.
I was just trying out to see which one equals the same thing as the square root of 80. Yeah. Y'all, so again, if 25 is on there, all you do is the geometric mean. Multiply those numbers, square root them. Okay? I'm more likely to put 25 than 24. 26 is not on there.
And I'm just gonna put a star and put process of elimination.
27, we would set up a little ratio on this one, and I would put X with what? What do y'all want to put X with?
Which one are we on?
Number 27. How about 11? You want to put X over 11?
Sure.
Equals what would I put next then?
5 or 6.
5 over 7. You just got to go the same way. And now we cross multiply. So 7x equals 55, then what? Divide by 7. And x equals
Wait.
7.9 really. Let me see what they got. That's 27. Oh, they got, yeah, a fraction. But yeah, 7.9. We'll just say that. 7.9.
Would you round it up?
Okay, no,
I
because
did. I
me
rounded
and
it up to
Amy
get
were talking about
7.9.
this. That fraction, 7 and 6/7 doesn't make any sense.
It's a mixed number.
Well, it doesn't.
Our
make sense.
calculator gives improper fractions.
Because-
I have no idea why they put a mixed number.
But
I don't ever
7
do
does
mixed
not go
numbers.
into 55 6 times.
Look, what was it? It's 6 over 7?
Because 7 times 7 is 49.
Look, see how 6, it was 7 and 6/7. That's what 6/7 is. Put a 7 in front of it and it equals the same thing.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, just we don't do mixed numbers. Ignore that.
Decimals.
Yes. 28's not on there.
What's the answer to 27?
7.9.
7.9 is what I got. Number 29. Yo, we're actually going to finish this, I think. 29, if I set it up, I would put X with the what? 4.6?
I'll put it with 12.2.
Oh, that's fine. And then 12.2 with 5.1. And I bet you get the same thing. Cross multiply. What is 12.2 times 4.6?
56, 12.
And then we divide by 5.1. And I got 11.
Yes.
Did y'all get 11? Good deal. Okay. Last one.
I was so confused. I just saw a lot of words, so I skipped it.
Okay. I drew a picture for you. And I know it's confusing, y'all. It looks like scratch work, but it's not. Here is this distance across this lake, I'm guessing, is what it is. This is the distance across the lake. X. Y'all, this is super easy. They told you, listen, they told you from these two places, it's 100 meters. From these two places, it was 46. And from these two places, it was 35. They want to know the distance across the lake. How could you set up a proportion? 100
100 over
over what?
46.
Okay, I'll do that. She says 100 over 46. And what's the next one?
35 over, or
Uh,
X over 35.
Very good. Gotta go in the same order. X over 35. Then what would you do?
Cross multiply.
Cross multiply.
46x.
So you get 46x is 3,500. And then what?
Divide. 146.
And what do we get?
76.1.
That's meters. So that is A. Was that one bad? Y'all saw a word problem and freaked out. And all you had to do was cross multiply and
You don't even
divide.
have to read them.
Uh-uh.